Welcome back to North Dakota Today. We're at the State Historical Society, and we're getting the pleasure to visit with Miss Kylie Ward, the newspaper archivist, in the building. And it's really cool just talking to you off camera what your job entails, and just give me the lowdown on what you do.
Yeah, so I'm the newspaper archivist here, and I work a lot with the newspapers. I put a lot of them on microfilm, which is the best way we've found to preserve this history. And we have tons and tons of newspapers in our collection, so it's a really cool job to have. I have a lot of scope in that.
So pretty much what you're doing is you're taking every newspaper in North Dakota and just not digitalizing it, but putting it on a reel to make it last 500 some years.
Yes. So our microfilm reels last about 500 years. And so this is the best way to take those and keep them forever.
I love that. And there is a process to this.
Yes.
You use two really big things in the building pretty much to do that. So one you're standing behind right now. How do you work this machine, the archive writers?
Yes. So this is our SMA 51 archive writer. I'm going to open this one up. Normally I wouldn't open these up because it's unprocessed film. So as soon as you expose it to light, then it's dead.
Okay.
So this is a reel. We have a 16 millimeter and 35 millimeter. This is a 16. So I just thread it through the camera, and
There's no film in this now.
There is film in this, but it's already dead film.
Okay.
So we're okay with that.
So it's like the old school movies pretty much on a reel. I think that's really cool. Okay, so we have that.
So we have this, and so we're gonna open this one up. This is a reel that we're gonna use.
So this is a reel that we're going to use. We opened the archive writer.
Yes.
And that's literally what you call it.
Yes,
Okay.
the archive writer.
Very cool.
And so I'm gonna take the lens cap off, very important.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put this camera facing down, and I'm gonna plug it into our monitor here that flashes the images up on the monitor down here.
So just to make sure, it's technically a digitalized newspaper.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not the physical copy per se nowadays.
So I'm taking digital newspapers from about 2020 to 2024, and I'm putting them on reels. I can fit about 600 pages on a reel.
Wow.
And then I put it on this monitor, and I'm going to close this up. And then down here is the monitor that flashes those images, and it's a really high definition monitor, so it's going to be the crispest, best quality images we can get.
Do you see that happening as it goes by, or does it have to be dark?
So it's got to be dark in there. That film, as soon as those images flash, then there's a vacuum mechanism in here, and it sucks the image onto the microfilm.
Yeah.
And so then after I use this, it takes about 30 minutes to process a whole reel. Then I take that unprocessed film and I go into our dark room and I process those reels. And then we have a fully fledged high quality microfilm reel.
Okay, what is consisting of the full process in the other room then? What exactly do you do there in the dark room? Yeah.
So the processor is 4 baths. It starts with developer, fixer, and then 2 water baths to clean those chemicals off of the reel. And it's just like any other film, all those red rooms back in the day, it's the same process, but it takes about a half hour. So in an hour I can complete a full reel and have the end product.
And you said about 600 pages on each reel, so to me that's probably a couple of days worth of news.
Yeah, so it depends on the newspaper. Dickinson Press I can probably fit a little less than a month.
Okay.
And then Fargo Forum I can fit maybe 15 days on one.
Oh, I think that's incredible. And you've been here, I think you said, since May.
Yeah.
What have you learned in the whole time that you've been doing this so far? I'm just sure, just North Dakota history in general, because you're not from here.
I am from here.
Oh,
actually.
you are?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so I'm from here. I was born and raised in Bismarck, and I went off to Missouri to get some experience on this equipment, and then I came back, and it's been really, really interesting getting to look through these newspapers, especially the older newspapers we have in our collection from like 1901, 1902 that are just completely filled. Even the ads are fun to look through because the prices were so down, and like it's just really, really cool to look at some of this history that I've grown up with,
Yeah.
but I get to read the details and read people's life stories.
And you literally get to learn on the job.
Yes.
And I think that's probably the best part. Kylie, we want to thank you for showing us this really cool system that you have, the archive writers, and just the process of archiving North Dakota history day by day. We
Absolutely.
love it. Thank you so much for joining
Of
us
course.
here. And in the meantime, we're going to return it back to North Dakota today.